Hello, hello Aquarius. Welcome to your mid-year overview reading. This is going to cover July to December of 2018. And if there's anything that you would like to come up during this reading, any answers that you're looking for, anything like that, just go ahead and set your intention. And the reason why I'm doing these readings at the start of eclipse season is that a lot is changing. Sometimes circumstances change, and so there may have been some shifts since the last, the annual overview reading that I did in December. All right. So, first thing, we have relationships are everything. Value these connections, friendships, partnerships. All of those are the ways that you receive manifestations, the ways that you move up in the world. That it all branches through your social life, essentially, the ways in which you relate to others. And the animal for you is wolf. Oh my gosh, my best friend is going to die when she sees this. So this is about not only you really stepping into your own personal sense of leadership, but this is also about adapting to this new chapter and new cycle of your life. So you're becoming, how do I put this? The thing that's coming up with this card in particular is, you remember how I think it was Yosemite where they almost killed off all of the wolves and nature started struggling because wolves are a keystone species. So for you, it's actually about how you're doing this within your own life. How are you either helping or harming what you experience? It's all about the ways that you find power in your own life. And so this is the energy that's shining through in all the other areas. Okay. And the word for you is energy. These cards have a little bit trouble focusing because the font is so small. Tend to your energy field, explore unspoken communication, give your precious chi with care. This means that you have to stop being so energetically sloppy, as I call it. If you find that you're giving people a lot of attention who don't really contribute or add anything to your life, pay attention to that. They may not be worth as much attention as you're giving them. And I hate to say that because it sounds kind of cold, but there's probably a lot of people that you might feel the need to help, or you might feel like you're only interested in the potential that they have rather than actually who they are. Do not forget that if you are attracted to someone's potential, that really is you projecting, because it's not actually who they are, it's just what they could be, and that's not saying much. So just pay attention to who you're giving your energy to, and if they replenish you as much as you replenish them. It's all about reciprocity when it comes to energy. The central energy for Aquarius, we have Judgment. So this is about the decisions that you're making. Every decision counts. So what that means is it could be as simple as, going for a walk, or, practicing self-care, or as complicated as the direction that you're taking in school or career. And so just remember that if you're feeling into the decisions and really focusing on what you want long-term, what your big goals are, you're not going to go wrong with the decision-making process. It's just about focusing on the long-term gain rather than short-term pleasure. Now, this is your family, community, and friendships. We have the Four of Cups. I'm going to clarify this. My big thing here is for you to not be afraid to say no, or for you to set boundaries, especially remember that you're not going to get farther by saying yes to a specific community or friendships if it doesn't feel really, really good to you. Okay, so the clarifier for this is judgment. Make the decision as it feels in alignment with you. So it doesn't have to be anything crazy or complicated. It's just about focusing on your body. You're really going to have to work at staying grounded and present with your own emotions around the decisions that you make. This is material and immaterial resources. We have the Lovers. That's why relationships are everything came up, because your resources, as most manifestations do, they come through people. So don't forget that. As Aquarians, you're going to have a much easier time making friends, collaborating, getting, you know, kind of gathering a community. You're naturally good at doing that. That's a gift of Aquarians. And so for you, remember that the things that you receive are going to come through all those connections that you make. So don't write it off as being a waste of time. It's absolutely worth your effort and your energy, so long as you feel good about it. These are 3 advice cards for you. The first piece of advice is the writer. Think about the message that's coming through for this is, what story do you tell yourself when you wake up in the morning? What story do you tell yourself when something bad happens or something goes wrong or something doesn't go your way? What story are you telling yourself about who you are in your existence? What story do you tell yourself about your future? Pay attention to the internal dialogue, because it's going to shape the decisions that you make. If you're constantly telling yourself that you're crappy and you're bad and you're, you know, all these horrible things, your body is going to listen. And what you feel in alignment with is going to be probably bad for you if you have all of that self-talk that is encouraging you to believe that you're a bad person, that you're negative, that you're gross, or whatever negative talk surrounds that. Pay attention to this, because it really will make a difference in your decision making. And if there's any way that you can tweak it, maybe it's mantras, maybe it's a visualization, maybe it's a vision board, maybe it's calling up a friend when you're feeling out of it or not like yourself, just to get a quick reality check. There's a million options for this. So just pay attention to what you're telling yourself. Okay, then we also have the 10 of Swords. If it's not working, let it go. It's okay to release things. It's okay to just, you know, say goodbye to what doesn't work. I know that there's a tendency to cling to things out of nostalgia or obligation, but a lot of the time, if it doesn't make you feel good, that's an indication that it needs to be phased out of your life. And that doesn't, I'm going to clarify this just because I'm curious. The High Priestess, you know what this is. You need to trust your intuition way more than you probably do right now. If you're feeling icky about something, if something doesn't feel right, if it feels like it's holding you back, it probably is. So just allow yourself to respect your intuition, and when it's done, when it's over, when it needs to go, just let it go. That's completely okay. Card number 3, 7 of Cups. You have lots of options, so explore them generously. Because again, every decision counts for you. Every decision, and I hate to put pressure on your decision making. That's not the idea. But the thing is, if you're going unconscious before you make decisions, if you're not paying attention to what you desire, if you're not paying attention to what you want long term, it's going to muddy this. If you're not setting boundaries and you're making decisions for the sake of other people or so that other people like you, you're going to feel off track. It's not that you're on the wrong path. It just means that it's going to take you a while to backtrack and start making decisions that feel good to you. So just lead with that to begin with. Don't worry about other people's perceptions or ideas of the way things need to be, and just trust yourself to make good decisions that are in alignment with the way you feel and the way that you want to live your life. You can trust yourself more than you give yourself credit for. Okay, so now we have two different outcome cards. I split this up for a very specific reason. The top one is if you're doing all these things. You're paying attention to your intuition, you're working on the internal story that you have running, you're exploring your options, you're doing the work. This is the outcome for you. And this is if you do nothing. You make no changes, you decide to just keep doing things the way you've always done them, and nothing shifts, you don't even try. We have the star, so this actually looks slower, so you're going to be okay, right? Like, even if you take 6 months off and don't do anything, that's fine. But it's just that things are going to be working themselves out behind the scenes. You're not going to see any of it yet. The star is all about things happening in the astral, but not materializing in the real world yet. So it's kind of like you're still going to have to do this. It just is going to be pushed out a little bit, and it looks like the pace is slower. Now, if you do take action, you do make changes, we have the 5 of Swords, you're going to be leaving a lot behind. I think that this is going to cause you to grow at a really rapid pace, and you're going to see a huge upgrade in the quality of people that you're around, especially your relationships. If you are making decisions that make you feel good, that make you feel aligned and grounded and solid, you are embodying the quality of people that you want to manifest, and that's exactly what's going to come up. Okay, so we have the timeline now, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, so that's going to be the end of the year, mid-November to December. Each one of these lasts about a month and a half because I am only doing 6 months, and the white cards are the circumstances or surrounding situation, and the red cards are romantic relationships. Whether you're partnered or not, it doesn't really matter. This is just about the, I'm just framing it in a romantic context. So, 1st quarter, we have the 4 of Pentacles. Capricorn got this too. Remember that we're starting off during eclipse season, July. It's going to be an intense time, and so for you, it might make you feel like you need to hold back. You don't want to take any major action at this time, only because it is so, it might be particularly emotional for you. It might make you feel a little bit tired, and so just let yourself be tired. Don't overwork yourself because you're trying to power through it. Just let yourself take breaks. And in your romantic life, we have the 4 of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, Capricorn had the same thing. 4 of Pentacles here and 4 of Pentacles in romantic life as well. So this is just about conserving your energy. This is also, I'm going to come back to this card. Give your precious chi with care. Who's able to match you and reciprocate on an energetic level? And anyone who's not, it's okay. You don't have to give. You don't have to. You can just be more reserved and allow yourself to feel into that. It might be that you kind of want to rein it in a little bit, whether you're in partnership or not. You might just want to take a step back for a moment and, give to yourself and recharge your battery. Quarter 2, we have the Hanged Man. This is where you really start to examine habits. It's where you start to look at what's working and what's not in terms of your routine. This is coming up as strong Virgo energy. Like, I don't know if you have anything going on in the 6th house, but it's coming up really big because it's about consistency. It is also going to point at which decisions are helping and which decisions are harming. And if you can start to push your decisions in a way that is supportive of your growth and healing, then this is going to be much easier to deal with. And in your romantic life, we have 9 of Swords. Okay, fear. Maybe you're scared of something in relationship. Maybe you're scared of, oh, what if I never find that person that's right for me? What if I, what if I am not with the right person? What if I, I mean, there's a million fears that can come up with this. So just remind yourself that the more you take care of yourself, the faster you're going to get somebody who comes into your life who is capable of matching that level of loving you. You're only going to receive as much love as you show yourself. And the 9 of Swords is really going to help you feel out the contours of where you haven't been doing that so that you can make the necessary adjustments and actually upgrade your romantic life as well. No matter, you could even be in a 15-year marriage and still do this. So don't worry. 3rd quarter, 7 of Cups, same thing as here. This is where I think there's a lot of options that come up. It might be that you're getting a lot of offers and you're not really sure, like, what do I do? Which direction do I want to go? Which people do I want to surround myself with? It's all about options and exploring which one has payoff, which one doesn't, and what your motives are for each. So I think that you're going to see a lot of opportunities and offers come in 3rd quarter. This, in terms of time, is October to mid-November. Love life, we have the Tower. So change. Now this is going to go one of 2 ways. For some of you, you're going to realize, okay, yep, I need to let go of this relationship because it's unhealthy. Okay, that could be. For others, it could be that sweeping off your feet, like just getting swept away. That's also what the Tower can do in a relationship. So it could be either or. I'm reading for a large group of people, so it's not concrete, but really this is the time when if you want a relationship, then it could easily come in and just kind of knock you over. Or this is something where you're making some big decisions around your relationship. Not necessarily letting it go, but definitely making a change. 4th quarter, wrapping up 2018, 2 of Swords. That's because you have the 7 of Cups right before. And because of that, it's going to, it's not going to let me read exactly what's going on because it's about which decision you make in the 3rd quarter, which opportunity you take, which opportunity you reject, which relationship you get into, which friend group you surround yourself with. And so the 2 of Swords is saying you need to really focus your energy on this 3rd quarter. There's going to be a lot going on. There's going to be a lot of shifting and transformations and opportunities coming through that are going to dictate how you wrap up the year. But remember, if you're doing the work, then you're getting an upgrade in your social circle. Otherwise, it might be a little bit dormant if you don't make any changes. And then we have the 3 of Swords. Yep, big release cards coming up right here at the end of the year. This is also really great if you have been dealing with heartbreak, if you have dealt with a recent breakup or separation or anything like that. It is like really driving home your grief process and your ability to heal from these situations. Remember, as uncomfortable as the Tower and the 3 of Swords can be, man, they are the most impactful cards for your healing. and 3-card pick. Don't forget that for some of you, this might be an old relationship that just kind of gets wrapped up and sent on its way. All right, so pick a card, any card, don't pick a card, wait till I flip them over, don't wait till I flip them over. Ask a question if you want. I just had a sip of coffee. Okay, card number 1, Temperance, balance. Where do you, I know so many Aquarians who are really, really extreme, like over the top. We're gonna do it all at the same time. We want everything to just go full force ahead. I'm close with a lot of Aquarians too, and so for you, if that resonates with you, if that's the kind of energy that you find yourself running, then it might be a good time to figure out how you can balance and integrate all of the things that you want to do so that they become sustainable. Remember, temperance is about taking the extreme, the things that are out of balance and that feel really one-sided, and making them sustainable. So that is what you're going to be working on, is how can you make it so that you don't burn yourself out. Card number 2, 3 of Wands. You're waiting for those good things to come in. And this is, you know, kind of a waiting period. You just have to watch it roll in. This is also a card of inaction. So you might be doing a lot of things that are prepping you energetically, but that may not result in anything right away. So be patient with this. If you picked this card, you have to trust that things are working out, and especially during this first half. What's this? From July to September, just remind yourself that you can be patient during this time and that you're gonna be okay. Card number 3, we have the High Priestess. Trust your intuition. Really, really work on exercising your gut and trusting the part of you that feels like something isn't quite right. There's information in that for you, so just allow yourself to pay attention to this. All right, and that is all for the 3-card pick. Don't forget, if you want to get a 6-month reading, all of the links for that are in the description box below if you want to get your cards read or have a one-on-one session. And don't forget to check out my new YouTube channel. I have Ask a Psychic episodes on there, and it's vlog episodes and things like that. So you're welcome to check that out. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. And I will talk to you next time. Have a great rest of the year, Aquarius, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.